Hello students, today we're going to learn about two economic concepts, the importance of institutions and comparative advantage. To help us out, we're going to study two faraway countries, Austenland and Allenburg. Although these two countries are neighbors and share similar cultural history, there's a huge gap between the wealth of Austenland and the wealth of Allenburg. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Let's start by looking at the institutions in Austenland. Institutions are the rules of the game within a society that shape economic incentives. In Austenland, for example, there's a great government and a fantastic legal system that promotes property rights and open markets. These are great institutions that give people incentives to work. To illustrate, let's think about property rights for a minute. Property rights are what give farmers, entrepreneurs, and investors incentives to plant, sell, and invest because their property is protected. With these institutions in place, Austenland is very wealthy and the people are happy. In stark contrast, the people of Allenburg live in a country ruled by an evil tyrant named Bruce, who controls everything from the movie theaters to the grocery stores, taking any extra profit his people might earn for himself. Because Bruce has set up these institutions, the people in Allenburg don't have much incentive to work hard, because they know that Bruce would just take any extra money they earn. As a result, the people are poor. We can easily see how good institutions are essential for a healthy economy like Austenland. Let's take a look now to learn why trading between Austenland and Allenburg is mutually beneficial. To keep things simple, let's just assume that each country only produces two products, iPhones and birdhouses. With that in mind, we're going to introduce you to a model called the Production Possibilities Frontier, or PPF. The PPF helps us determine what the opportunity cost is for making a certain product over another. For example, we see that Austenland can either make 1,000 birdhouses or 500 iPhones, or any combination of both that fits along this curve. It would be impossible to make 500 iPhones and 1,000 birdhouses because they could only have so many resources to use. We see from this graph that the opportunity cost for building one birdhouse is one half of an iPhone, and the opportunity cost for making one iPhone is two birdhouses. Allenburg, on the other hand, can only make 500 birdhouses and 50 iPhones with all of their available resources. So why trade? Take a closer look. Thinking about the opportunity cost, is it better to make a birdhouse in Austenland or in Allenburg? On Austenland's PPF, we see that the opportunity cost of making one birdhouse is one half of an iPhone, but it only costs us 1/10 of an iPhone to make a birdhouse in Allenburg. This means that Allenburg has a comparative advantage of making birdhouses. On the flip side, we see that Austenland has both a comparative and an absolute advantage of making iPhones. So we can see that if both countries specialize in what they do best, Austenland can trade one iPhone for every 5 birdhouses Allenburg gives them, and they're both better off with more products than either could produce on their own. This is the power of specialization. I'm Austin Allen. I hope you liked this video because I made it.